Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing really well and you have enjoyed the past week back at school. It's lovely to see you all again and to be sharing assembly with you. For this week's assembly, I thought I'd share a very, very special book with you. It's one of my favourite books, and I'm sure you've seen it around school, in particular in the art room, because it stands on the easel at the back of Miss Clausen's studio where you go and have your art lessons. You might not have noticed it for a little while, but it's been there, and I know some of you have even created some of the beautiful works of art from inside the book. I thought today I would use assembly time to share some of the fantastic poems that are written inside the book, as well as share with you some of the fantastic artworks. Also, in the next few weeks, we're going to be looking more closely at this lovely book and the lovely artworks, and you will have a chance to create your own based on one or two of the themes within the book. So the book, in case you're wondering, is called The Lost Spells. I shall pop it under the visualizer. So sit back, relax, and get comfortable. Okay, this is the cover of the book. It's called The Lost Words, and it's by Robert Macfarlane. He writes the poems, and Jackie Morris does all the beautiful illustrations. Okay. Now, unfortunately, over time, words have started to vanish from our English language, and in particular, the language of children. So on the back of the book, on the blurb, it says, "Once upon a time, words began to vanish from the language of children. They disappeared so quietly that at first no one noticed, until one day they were gone. But there is an old kind of magic for finding what is missing and for summoning up what has vanished. If the right spells are spoken, the lost words might return." So, inside the book are some of these lost words that they talk about on the blurb of the book. I'm going to share with you a short part of the introduction, not all of it, just a short part today. Once upon a time, words began to vanish from the language of children. Remember, we read that part already. These words were those that children used to name the natural world around them, such as acorn, adder, bluebell, bramble, conker, gone. Fern, heather, kingfisher, otter, raven, willow, wren, all of them gone. The words were becoming lost, no longer vivid in children's voices, no longer alive in their stories. You hold in your hands a spell book, which is the book I have right here, for conjuring back these lost words. To read it, you will need to seek, find, and speak. So, let's have a look inside. The first poem is all about acorns. I'll show you the illustration first. You may have come across acorns out and about in the park when you've gone on a nice long walk. Isn't that illustration beautiful? I'd like to share the poem with you. I like this one. Acorn. As flake is to blizzard, as curve is to sphere, as knot is to net, as one is to many, as coin is to money, as bird is to flock, as rock is to mountain, as drop is to fountain, as spring is to river, as glint is to glitter, as near is to far, as wind is to weather, as feather is to flight, as light is to star, as kindness is to good, so acorn is to wood. I like the poem because of the way it has been written. Maybe you noticed the acrostic down the side, A, C, O, R, and N. Lots of the poems in this book, in fact, I think all of them are written in the acrostic style. I like this one too because of the comparisons that the writer, the poet, has made between, for example, a curve and a sphere, because they have a similar shape. And I like the last bit too. So acorn is to wood. They are so fully integrated. They are such close partners. You can't have an acorn without wood because that's where they originate from. I'd like to share another poem with you, but I'll first show you a few more of the illustrations. Look at that fantastic owl. I know some of you can draw a beautiful owl just like that. I also particularly like the colour choice of the leaves. I thought this was really creative too, with the letters just interspersed among the leaves and the ferns. I'm going to skip ahead to my favourite poem of all, and that is the poem about the bluebell. You may have recently seen bluebells in the woods or out on your walks with your family and friends. Bluebells grow under trees mainly in shady spaces, but they also like some sunshine, just not too much direct sun. I love the colour of bluebells when you find a bluebell wood, how it looks like a sea of purple, a sea of lavender, and maybe sometimes in the light a bit of a sea of blue as well. I'd like to share with you the poem. Here we go. Bluebell. Blue flowers at the blue hour, late day light in a bluebell wood. Under branch, below leaf, billows blue so deep, sea deep, each step is taken in an ocean. Blue flows at the blue hour, colour is current, enter the wood with care, my love, lest you are pulled down by the hue, lost in the depths, drowned in blue. I like that. Drowned in blue, lost in the depths, drowned in blue. And when you see the next illustration, I think it will show you just how beautiful a bluebell wood can be. I love this illustration. It's my favourite painting in the whole entire book. I like it because of all that blue and purple colour, the bluebells that the artist has represented. I also particularly like the cheeky little fox stalking along by the trees. I like it too because of the moon just hiding away in the background, the full moon. I love looking up at full moons on walks in the evenings or late at night. And of course, the owl. Now, you may have seen this painting in the art room a little while ago. Talia, I think in year 6, created it when she was in our key worker provision, and I in fact had to go at painting it too during lockdown. And at first I found it really tricky because I hadn't painted in a long time, probably since I was in school, but I gave it a go and I tried my best, and under some guidance from Miss Clausen, she helped me succeed in painting this very scene, which, like I said before, is my favourite scene of all. I hope you enjoy over the next few weeks looking at some more of the poems and illustrations in the book. There are lots and lots of different words, such as bramble, and then the illustration that follows. And like I said at the start, you will also be having an opportunity to create some of your own paintings and illustrations and poems from the book in a special art project we are going to be having towards the end of this month, early into July. Okay, so boys and girls, it's lovely to see you again. We're going to now close our eyes, bow our heads, or look at the candle for our reflection time. Here we go. Thank you for nature and for words and for art. Help us to respect nature and to look after animals and plants so that we don't lose them in the future. And that is all for today's assembly. Enjoy your day and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.